Alright.
Warning. Warning. Main bay doors opening. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. The stream will begin shortly.
Stalker 7D. I should build that out and try it. It's from the event. I should at least try it. Okay, here we go. Howdy, everybody.
Evening.
Battery Bampy.
Hello there.
Hey, Thundercats.
Hey, Marauder.
Hey, Drax. Come on over and kill things. I'm only going to be on for about an hour and a half. Kind of got on late, which you're probably thinking is regular.
Get to the target and capture it. Cut down any enemies that get in the way.
That's a beauty looking crap you got
Doo,
there.
doo, doo, doo. And playing with you tonight won't cost me anything because I'm not in Mechwarrior 5, so that's an extra bonus. Kind of like a bonus when it doesn't cost me. I think you only lost one arm last night, though, right? Howdy.
Well, I think you saved scum, so in the end, I don't think I did it.
Well, we made money, yeah, actually. I'm sure Leisurely would say that we didn't make as much money as we could have.
Yeah, but I think he factors in, like...
Just gonna have suicide on a corner. Any
He,
corner.
he expects you to lose appendages on the battlefield.
Yeah, it's just cost of doing business, really.
Right. That's true.
Rifleman on Echo Stick.
What are you clanking on a dish there?
I'm having
Sounds like a fork.
Yeah, it was. A vegetable stir-fry.
Ooh.
Should mute myself so you don't actually hear me eat, sorry.
That's fine.
Target spotted.
Uh-oh, Brinkman's here. Howdy, Brink.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Target spotted.
Welcome.
Need assistance. Just where you get your
We need more people on Echo 6.
Target spotted.
Coming.
Hey, I got my 5 bits. So the stream is actually making money right now. Starting off on a good note.
It is water chestnuts, dude. Seriously. My god, you got good hearing.
Yeah, we got it all figured out.
Looks like we've also got an assault over in Delta
You know
4.
what? They really do make the dish, the water chestnuts.
Heat level critical.
What the hell are they? I mean, I know they're chestnuts, but like... so good.
Artillery strike
Target
online.
spotted. Need assistance. Spotted.
Marauder, you are going alone. Marauder.
Speak
I
up.
wouldn't go in that thunder hellfire.
Going
Marauder
alone.
in Echo 6. No, just go back, man. You are alone there.
Usually, I may or may not have
Hope he's not
costed
talking to
dark.
me. What's that?
I may have may not costed Dark some money yesterday in Mechwarrior 5.
May would be the more accurate term.
That one's alone also.
Hellspawn, we're getting off the plateau. There's some shit coming off behind us.
Looks like you got a good crowd. McFish wants to come in. Leslie Sniper wants to come in.
Oh, cool.
I'm in game. I'm just wanting to destroy the other mechs.
Take care of the one on the right, both, and the other one.
New target
There was a PPG
acquired.
from back and far.
What's a have a tomato?
Investigate. Yep.
Heat
dead.
destroyed. Artillery strike online. Target critical damage.
Wow, they killed me.
Echo 4, look for Gilly.
Can't believe they killed me.
New target
Hey, Bad Bot,
acquired.
welcome.
So unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, McFish, come on over and excuse me. Sorry about the coffin.
Destroyed.
Don't worry about the coffin. It's not the coffin.
New target acquired.
What is it? It's not the coffin that carries you off. It's the coffin they carry you off in to worry about. I think
Target
that's how it
destroyed.
goes.
I had my brother-in-law over here the other day.
Yeah? You're kind of soft, by the way.
No, how's that? I had my brother over here the other day.
Much better.
But
Wait, how many siblings do you have?
Target acquired.
oh, I've got
Target
two older
destroyed.
sisters.
And a brother.
Yeah, Hopper next
Well,
to
he's a
that one.
brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Target
Is that what you call them when they
acquired.
someone marries? And yes.
Yep, then you're stuck with them, even if you didn't like them.
New
No,
target
he's okay.
acquired.
He's very much into conspiracy
Okay,
theories.
they're both Echo 6.
Oh, nice. So that must be entertaining to talk to him, at least.
Sometimes it's just draining, to be honest. I respect these kids with some of the nonsense too. Which,
Yeah.
to his credit, it's not all nonsense, but
Does he think we went to the moon? I think I still
Um,
got you too soft, actually.
Shut down.
I don't think he's. Oh, let me have a look.
Good job, boys.
I don't think he's so hung up on that one. He likes ancient stuff because he's South American. He likes all this ancient stuff. Let's see. Headset is turned up enough.
Okay. I think my music seems louder than usual then. Moon landing was faked.
I'm just in-
The moon is fake. Yeah. It's made of Swiss cheese.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, it's above my pay grade and it hasn't made a difference to my life, so whatever.
I've been to NASA and seen the Apollo capsule and the lunar lander.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, those guys were absolutely incredibly brave or incredibly stupid or both, because the thing's riveted together. It's paper thin stainless steel shell, literally paper thin. It's just amazing that they lived in it for 13 days, and it's the size of
my
a
brother-in-law.
Nissan Sentra. On
really?
just the front seat of a Nissan Sentra. It's just all cramped in there, and there's 3 guys in there.
Well, I got a mate who actually, just for giggles, looked it up. Like, what's the evidence against? Why do people think moon landing didn't happen and the whole space race thing was fake? And there was one video I saw, which was an interview then of the delay that, when they were interviewing them in space or on the moon.
Yeah.
And then there was a more modern version of that. And there was something to do with the differences in delay in the communication, which for him kind of raised his eyebrows about. I mean, I'm not opposed to conspiracy theories.
What was the point about the delay? I mean, it's a little over 1.5 seconds each way, and then depending on which satellite you're bouncing off and what ground sat receiver you're bouncing off of, it's got to get routed.
Yeah, well, there was some kind of longer delay. No, it was the same. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was, but for him, he just said, that sort of raised his eyebrows. I don't know if it was because it was the same
Or too short.
or it was different. and longer. I can't remember, but it was something to do with that kind of raised his eyebrows around. So, like,
hey, Orion.
Something to do with they already seem to have the answers. Something. It was really weird.
Oh, like they were answering it so quickly. Yeah. Yeah. No.
I'm sure some of this stuff is going to be scripted, so whatever.
You know, they sit and practice things over and over and over again in Sims, and they know all the replies for pretty much any question. If it's a normal question, they could jump the gun and say what it is because they know what's coming. It's only when it's an anomalous response. It
was something to do with that. So if you ever watch one of those conspiracy theories about the moon landing, we get to that bit, and that's sort of what raised my friend's eyebrows about. Yeah, maybe. I don't really dwell on it though.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun and interesting, but I just
did
watched the real ones.
Talk to me. Oh, sorry.
He did what? I feel like our delay's all messed up. Are you bouncing off the moon right now by chance?
You were talking really quickly and delayed.
Wow, it could be my connection. I'm going through a satellite and then up to the moon and then back, so I have to speed up in order to get it to you quicker.
And we've already practiced the script, so you know
you're in the future, so you already know what I'm going to say. I haven't actually responded to any of your comments yet.
I think McFish wants the game, and Leslie Sniper's coming in.
All right, I couldn't find McFish, but now he's there.
No, he works in a aged care facility as a cook, and but it's a private, independent one. So like they're not in a aged care home, as in they're being constantly looked after. They're in an independent living arrangement, but it's beautiful. It's luxurious kind of thing. It's down near the water, and it's in a tower building. But every now and again, these people come in and just take people away, and he doesn't understand it because so what happens is these people get to a certain. I think it's meant to be based on some kind of test that they do where they go, okay, well, they need to go into permanent aged care or something. But he always wonders why, because they seem very good, like some of the people that they're taking. So he's got a conspiracy thinking that it's to do with the bank, basically their bank account's running out, or got a massive bank account and they're basically pilfering it. But
their bank accounts may be empty, and they can't afford to live there anymore. That's certainly possible because it's so stinking expensive now.
Yeah.
Or
there's a different. I'm not sure what the arrangement is. These guys buy these units, so they own them.
Oh, I
so
see.
It's a little bit different, but they usually take people who don't have any family. So it's just very. It's just the way he talked about it. It was like really suspect. Like it's like what?
I know what it is.
What?
Soylent Green.
What?
Soylent Green.
Silent Green.
Soylent Green. Look it up. You've never seen Soylent Green?
Soylent.
Yeah, Soylent Green. It's a movie. I thought for sure you would have gotten that reference.
This is a 1973. This is the year I was born, dude.
Oops.
I've never seen it.
McFish, I gave you an invite, but you're not coming in, and you said Leisurely Sniper was coming in, but I don't see them here anywhere.
They do some kind of an assessment, and based on that assessment, they take them, and it's like, well, if it's some kind of deterioration, that makes sense. But he said, but they're not deteriorating. They're like, sure, they're old, but they're as quick as ever. Like, he doesn't understand it, and then he's had this idea that maybe it's something to do with either their bank account or control over their estate or some nonsense like that. I don't get it.
Badbot said, Soylent Green?
Yeah, I know, right? It just sounds really weird.
It isn't just a movie, that's right. Everyone here is old. Sorry about that, Badbot. So in the movie, basically, it's about...
I apologize for my age. Fucking you.
No, yeah. In the movie, there's this... It's a dystopian sort of future, and there's food shortages, and everybody's rationing, and certain groups of people are disappearing, and for, nefarious reasons, and finally somebody who's in the movie, is kind of the star of the movie, follows, where these people are being taken, and he happens upon a giant factory processing plant, and it turns out Soylent Green is made from these people that are being slaughtered and processed into this green food goo. And Soylent Green bars, and Soylent Green this, Soylent Green that. So that they go off to serve humanity, but they don't find out what they're serving humanity is. They're being served to humanity. Soylent Green is people is the line from it's the big catch at the end.
That's a storyline that gets variations, but it gets repeated quite a lot.
Yeah.
People go missing, they don't know why. They end up
McFish, I've gave you 2 invites already. Man, getting demanding. I know you were in match, so you probably couldn't get it. I get it. And there's Fluffy Bunny. Where's Leisurely? Is it coming? Oh, a few minutes. All right, we'll drop. Boom.
Okay.
I'm a shooty the booty. And very weird plot. Yeah, it was, but it was a thing back then. That was sci-fi movies were historically pretty bad all the time until more recently. And sci-fi fans watch them because it's like what's better than nothing.
But that era of movies, sort of 70s into the 80s, had some of the best plots and scripts, but I get really quite disappointed with movies in from sort of mid 90s onwards because
they're bad.
They're very well. They've replaced good script and plot with special effects half the time. And language sex, fundamentally sex. And while I'm all for a bit of flesh because it can tell a story, sometimes that's all it is. It's just how does this further the plot really? It's just about exciting interests from young people.
Yep, it's really true. Have you ever seen what's his name? Kirby. Oh, Kirby. It's not Shaw. Kirby. Ferguson. Kirby Ferguson's Everything is a Remix video.
No.
Basically, he goes in and he looks at creativity in Hollywood, and all Hollywood movies are basically a remix of bits and pieces of other movies with slight changes and then clamored together. So there's very little actual creativity in Hollywood. There's a lot of taking something and modifying it slightly and running it back through the mill. So he uses Star Wars as an example of that.
The first time I ever was really aware of it, was a French film called Nikita, which Hollywood grabbed a couple of years after and turned it into a movie that you guys might know called Assassin. And so
I don't know if I've seen that.
The French version is so much better and just in every way, but it's almost scene for scene except the ending, in which in the American movie the main character is a female white person, and the other main character, or the love interest, in the American version is black, so they can't end up together because of that. Whereas
when's it
in the
set?
French film, they do.
What time frame is it set in?
Oh, the 80s. So it's basically set in the 80s.
Of course they could have been together. I remember the 70s. Some of my dad and mom's close friends were a mixed race couple. That was in the 70s.
Well, in the French movie, they end up together. In the American movie, they do not. And the only explanation that seems obvious is that in the American movie, the second character, the love interest, is black, whereas in the French one, it's not. And it's the only it would make perfect sense for them to end up together, even in the American version, but they don't.
And it's just because he's black, you think?
He's black, yeah.
I don't know if that's true, because there was a lot in the 80s? No, in the 70s. Even in the 70s, there was the mixed race things was a thing, and it was certainly in movies.
Hey, I mean, I understand. I'm just
So
saying.
I don't understand why that'd be the case. That's weird. I don't know that I have any reason to doubt what you're saying. I don't get it.
That Hollywood literally stole scene for scene
The whole movie.
the whole movie, and it was just interesting that ending they didn't want them together.
Guess who's coming home for dinner?
I know there's movies where mixed race was fine, but there are plenty of movies where they don't. They don't end up together. You know, they just don't. But my point was more that I was very aware of Hollywood stealing concepts from existing
Right.
movies.
Well, they were just doing a flat out copy, though, right?
Yeah.
So, like in Star Wars, everything's a remix. He takes scene by scene. He'll take remember
Based on Seven Samurai or something? Is that one of the influences of Star Wars?
No, some of it was from different places, right? Hey, Brinkman, thanks for coming by.
She sells seashells by the seashore shell ship.
For me, as a child, I thought Star Wars was brilliant, and I queued up around 2 blocks to get into it when it was released.
Right, but everything in it was stolen from E.E. Doc Smith, pretty much.
What is that? E.E. Doc Smith?
The lensman, E.E. Doc Smith, Edward something Smith, was a writer in the mid to late 20s, 25, 30, 1930. And he wrote a series called the Lensman series that has pretty much everything that you've ever seen in any movie ever already in it. It's a really, really great series.
Okay.
It's old, it's written in an old dialect kind of basically, but oh my gosh, the guy was rocking the imagination and the world building, and it was one of the original space operas. Really fun to read, just because of, oh my gosh, he thought of all this stuff way back then.
Oh, it's a book.
It's a book series. There's like 6 of them or 5 of them or something like that. So anyway, Kirby Ferguson takes this scene of Luke Skywalker in the Millennium Falcon gun turret shooting at the TIE fighters, and he grabs a scene from a World War II war movie with a gun turret guy in the tail end of a tail gunner in the tail end of a bomber. Exact same shot, exact same scene, exact same look, exact same framing. It's just that it's a machine gun, 50 caliber machine gun in a ball turret instead of Luke Skywalker with blaster ball turret.
That's a turbo laser, isn't it?
Turbo laser. Yeah, thank you. Very well done. Well done.
Artillery strike online.
Sorry about that, folks. Just got
so basically, he was talking about how Hollywood will take
even though I don't have an Amazon account.
An idea or a shot or a thing from a movie, and then they'll just modify it slightly and throw it into their thing, whether it's a story or whether it's a scene or whether it's a whatever.
Antivirus subscription.
I'm selling a service that helps you know not to buy any of these services. It's only $49.95 every 6 months.
Nice. Can I give you my credit card details?
Absolutely. Yeah. Just send me a friend request and your money.
And that's too easy. I mean, you should at least ask for his social or something.
I won't need it once I have his credit card.
He's not too greedy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip him off. I just want the $49 every 6 months to keep him from buying all those other dumb things. I think it's a good service. Yeah.
What a Samaritan.
It's me. And a target. I'm also a target.
Target spotted.
We're getting. People's getting.
Light Pack Wolf, Light Pack India 11, India 10.
Roger that.
Well, I'm running away because I don't see anyone coming forward.
Watch out for that Arctic Wolf. He's trying to get close.
Why are we all running back this way? Why is everybody running back the way that I'm trying to go the other direction?
Well, H10 is a light pack there, and there weren't many people doing anything about it.
The Arctic Wolf, man. They're scary shits. Yeah, when they're in a pack of 4, yes, they are very scary. Here they come.
Here they come where? On back behind us.
Yes! H10! They were coming out of H10.
Watch out for UAVs, they got some worms.
Yeah, but there's some on the other side too.
Well, the majority's on H10 right now.
Yeah, I didn't ever have them on my map.
Yeah,
I
we
kept
need to
looking.
go here at that.
Whenever I was looking, they weren't there.
Alright, heading there.
This is dumb.
Damn it,
I've
there's a
spent
lot of
too
light.
much armor fighting that. I'm not staying there.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted. Need assistance. Target spotted.
Target acquired. Right bomb critical damage.
Target
Heat
spotted.
sink destroyed. Artillery.
Ouch! I'm in a bad spot. In a bad way.
Rotating around this thing.
Missile.
How are you going, Fish?
Gonna swing over to Hotel 10.
Guys, Charlie, light right behind you.
Destroyed. Right bomb critical damage.
Gosh, everybody's shooting me. There's a mech in my way, so I can't get into cover. Thanks for that.
There's a UAV above us here.
Golf 30%.
Target
CT's
acquired.
open.
Spotted. The enemy has started
Yeah, rotating.
Target spotted.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Find a way to death.
Override shut down. New target acquired. Heat level critical.
These are light fish. No.
Target
Yes,
spotted.
no, okay, sweet.
Artillery strike online.
Got a Marauder in Golf 9.
Target spot.
Artillery strike. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Target
Heat level
spotted.
critical. Heat level critical.
Copy CT, ready?
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Targeting Foxtrot, Optic Wolf.
Target spotted.
It's a light pack, isn't it?
New target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
Few hostiles are remaining. Crush the cowards.
Target destroyed.
They're on me.
I've got a light on me at Hotel 8.
Last one.
Heat level critical.
Topped.
Target
The
acquired.
DPC at her.
Heat level critical. Override shut
There you
down.
go.
Left arm critical damage. Target
Thank
destroyed.
you.
Great work, guys.
JJ folks.
Can't believe we rotated.
Sniper, I think I saw Look Who's Coming to Dinner. I don't usually watch scary movies, and that was kind of a scary movie.
Yeah, but I think you guys are like just pointing out the one movie you saw where it happened. All I'm saying is with Nikita and Assassin is it was just interesting for me to see the movie where they copied absolutely everything about the movie.
Except for that one
and
thing.
the only thing that explained the ending is that because the guy was black. It's just really weird.
They also did a TV series spin-off. I don't know if that was just a dubbed French version or if it was an American version. And then they kind of spun
Well,
off of that and made Alias, I think, with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, there was never it was just a movie called Nikita, so then whatever the Americans chose to do with it, make it a TV series. But I don't know.
No, I've got. Hang on.
Hang
on a second.
I think Alias. I remember Alias. I mean, it's just because it had Jennifer Gardner in it. I think was the main actress, which is why it was so popular.
No, it was fun. She's a good actress. Hang on a second.
Are you coming in, Leslie, now? Are you available? I remember the hero's journey, McFish. My mum used to study it because she's a writer. Romance writer, though.
Actually, I'm correct. I stand corrected. There was 2 spin-offs. There was a series that was a La Femme Nikita, right? And then I think there was 3 seasons of that, and it was a pretty low budget. Then there was a Nikita, which was a spy show starring, what's her name? Maggie Q. And that came, I think, after Alias, which had Jennifer Garner.
Is this all the American? Is this what all American TV spin-offs, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I just don't know about the La Femme Nikita. Could have been a dubbed of the French one. I just don't know. I thought I had it because I wanted to watch it, so I bought it. It was cheap so I bought it, but I don't think I ever watched it yet.
Well, in the French film, the movie starts off with basically a gang of youths storming through like an outlet, and they end up getting into a gunfight. And some of I think this is the second time around or something, second night of it, and her friends die, and she gets a blame for killing people or something like that, and so she ends up on death row. And so she gets given the option where they so-called go through the motions of killing her, but then she wakes up and she's in a room, and it's the beginning of her. You either agree to become trained as an assassin kind of thing, although that's not exactly what she's being trained for, or we kill you, or we just go ahead and kill you. So she begins her training, and it's done quite well, that whole school part of the movie and the relationship she forms, and then she has her first job out of the blue, which is the case is go and kill that person they're sitting down to a meal, her trainer and her, and it's game on. And the bodyguards, she successfully does kill the mark, but then the bodyguards come after her, and she's left to her own devices to get out of there. It's this massive kitchen fight. It's really good. She escapes down to shoot, and that's sort of okay, well, she's now an assassin. And so it just basically shows different marks through the movie who she kills, but her disdain for what she's doing, and then she tries to get out kind of thing, and she does in the end.
That's season 5. These are expensive now for the DVD packs. Second season. Trying to find the series for you. Season 1. Okay. This
La Femme Nikita sounds like it would be.
This is, I believe, the US version. That was a series, so there's multiple seasons.
Right.
And then there's Alias.
I'm starting to watch old TV series, to be honest. I'm starting to get into them.
And then there was this Nikita, which was with Maggie Q, which actually was a pretty fun season, or a pretty fun show.
Who's Maggie Q?
She was in a Bond movie. She was in Designated Survivor. She was in. She's been multiple things. She's a pretty bad donkey fighter. So she's usually some sort of spy or something.
All right.
And I don't know if they just have great choreography. Like, I always liked one of the things that she does, and one of the things that Jennifer Garner does, where they're these little chicks, right? They're just little things. They must weigh all of 108 pounds. Dripping wet, and they'll take down these big, muscle-bound behemoths, and
she's been in a few movies, that's for sure.
And how likely is that going to be? But they make it look plausible, because they'll like jump up on the wall, past the wall, or off the wall, and then around their neck and overbalance them and take them down by putting their whole body weight at the top of their head as they're moving, right? So they use a lot of what you'd think, oh, that looks like that would do that. It's like, wow.
Well, it's going to be another slow one. You'll seem to be okay. If I can get,
Kind of feel like I do okay in this thing until I get in with you and McFish, and then it's like, oh, I need to get in something I'm better at.
Artillery strike.
Why?
This Marauder, I just don't do as well in it when I'm
The whole
with higher.
point's just to have fun.
Oh, I know, but I do better. I have fun when I make more kills too, right? I just feel like I do better in a more maneuverable mech. This thing's not quite as nimble as my play style tends to do better with. But I was doing really well with it the other night, but that you guys weren't on, so I think it's got something to do with the tier of players I'm going against.
That's awesome.
Target spotted.
this is going to be another one of these matches.
Artillery strike.
I never shoot DCs because I'm not a dishonorable fucking faggot.
Kappa is under control. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Wow, we finally got a Lance of Lights doing something. They were very slow to do anything.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Go over there and help.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
McFish, what's your six?
Lights, you got a lot of UAV above you.
On your right, McFish.
Target spotted.
C5, group of Mechs. Lights, get out of there.
Target spotted. They are a quarter of the way there. Do not let them push ahead.
Seems to be 4.
Zuri, right above you.
Good kilo.
Target spotted. A good start. Keep holding the resource. Target spotted.
Annie, you facing a lot there? Still?
Target spotted.
You've been knocked as well, man.
Artillery strike online.
And he's dead.
I think it's time for me to move.
Resource point Sigma is now controlled.
There'll be a
by the
rotation
enemy.
in from C4, guys. Just be aware.
We've captured Gamma.
Where are they? Anyone?
Well, the Annie died in that, I think, C4 area, C5 area. There's one above me in the D6.
We have carefully, let's just get together and grab data.
Okay, where is he?
Right arm critical damage.
Guys, C5? Just
They're
chasing
fresh.
Destroyed.
Found them.
Come on, Lima.
Destroyed.
Pushing in the center here, guys.
Oh, dead.
Bravo Nags.
Artillery strike online. Left torso critical damage.
Let's try
Ouch.
to get Echo.
Torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. Right torso critical damage.
Oh, they got me. Turn it before I could come back up.
We've got cap control, man. You don't need to be capping. You've got 3 of them.
Good kills.
Person who's capping is wasting time.
We're halfway there.
Wait, that's my job. My job's to waste time.
Someone's gone off by himself to cap Epsi when we've got 3 cap. What's the point?
Target spotted.
We have to each other. He's open.
Excellent work.
Great work, guys. Thanks for the drop.
What's this? My chin. In a black line capping.
Thanks for the bot ban there, Sniper.
Zero damage.
Black Liner, seriously, man. We had cap control and you were still capping and you've done 0 damage. We didn't win because of you. Let's put it that way, dude.
Yeah, you just made him feel bad.
Oh, it's just...
He felt he had a role, and he endeavored to fulfill that role. Think of all the matches that have been lost because nobody capped. He's the hero here, and you're painting him to be this unimportant, lackluster player with 0 damage.
We had 3 cap from the outset because I capped Theatre and 2 other mechs capped what's the name, and then all he was doing was capping a 4th cap.
Drax,
it's not about the numbers, Drax.
Drax, since when has reality ever mattered on this stream?
Clearly, I don't know, man.
Reality, it's just not really in here.
Yeah.
I just feel for the guy.
Yeah,
it's about having fun, Drax. That's right. There you go. Big fish got him.
It is about having fun, but if I'm seeing some fool doing something that it was 7-8 at that point, and he was going off and capping.
Okay.
And it's like, why?
Drax, I got to tell you.
Dark said he has fun getting those numbers big for the damage and the kills. Maybe this guy had fun getting his cap numbers up.
Maybe he's played golf all his life, and he's just branching out now and doesn't really understand yet.
Look, if you guys want to, get on the bandwagon to defend bad play, by all means, have your fun. It's fine.
Maybe he had an alternative goal set.
Yes, or an alternate reality.
Maybe he's tired of Tier 1 and he wants to get back to Tier 5, but he also wants to play while he does it.
Yeah. I find it funny. It's ironic that you're the one who likes to psychoanalyze people, and yet we're the one that's, psychoanalyzing his possible motives.
I think you're inventing possible motives. I'm not sure you're psychoanalyzing. He's not here to be talked to, so...
Maybe he had an abusive father that was really good at MWO, so now every time he plays, he does
an act of rebellion.
So he can fight against his father.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I totally could buy that.
Maybe you guys should go to work in Hollywood and come up with some decent scripts for a change. That'd be good.
I think any given night here would come out better than a lot of the Hollywood movies.
We should invite Kakia if he wants to play.
I'm feeling bullied right now.
Kakia, if you want to come play, we've got a slot. Leisurely hasn't shown up yet.
He's doing something, apparently.
Yeah, he's probably doing something important. But having fun's important, too. I totally get that. No, I mean, I don't know.
Having fun is what it's all about.
I mean, I had fun. I'm just saying, that was that Black Lantern we could have done with him during the middle of the sort of third half of that fight, because it could have been close. Anyway, whatever.
Maybe you damaged his self-esteem.
I think...
I hope I did.
I saw, on the way out, I saw him in chat say something about crying. I didn't want to...
Yeah, I hope he does cry. Because it's good to get emotions out, so
right.
to bottle them up.
Right. It gets the toxins out of your through your tear ducts. That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all healthy.
In that sense, you were really facilitating his personal health. That's good.
Yeah, bullying, who would have thought? It makes a difference. And a good one, apparently.
All right, Kakia, if you want to change your mind, come on in. Oh my gosh. So I got into a conversation with all my kids over the weekend. They were over for a dinner that was really tasty. And we're sitting around in the family room, and for some reason we were talking. I don't remember what we got on this topic for, but we were talking about, well, first of all, the graduation rates at the school that my kids went to were pretty high. I think 90, I'm going to say 85 to 90% of the kids graduated, right? Whereas there's another school here in town that's slightly higher, a few percentage points. And then the other ones are quite a bit lower, like 75 down to 65. One is even lower than that. Not due to pregnancy rates, McFish. Overachievers is what I would call that. And they started requiring classes in all of the district, whether the schools needed them or not, or whether the kids needed them or not. They required all the schools to require all students to take one term of how to be a successful student, which was supposed to teach you good study habits and how to study and stuff like that. Or to give you time to do your studying in case you couldn't get it done at home, or if you needed help with something or something like that. And every teacher had to, if it was an arts class or something, you suddenly couldn't get a person in your choir for the full year because they had to be out for one of these classes. And each teacher had to teach one of these classes with a group of kids. And we just came into this conversation about how these classes seemed unnecessary, except for some people who definitely needed them. But it seemed like a waste of time to make everybody take them, who, like all the kids that didn't need them. And especially considering that the classes were largely a waste of time anyway. So like if you had your homework done, you just could sit there. And you'd get very little like actual input of, okay, here's how you study, here's how you do this, blah, blah, blah. And the curriculum was really sparse and wasn't really fleshed out yet, I don't think. They were just starting to do it. So these kids were, a lot of time, in this particular class of a friend of mine who's a teacher, he found that a lot of them were struggling with grades that were in his class. And yet they didn't have homework they were doing, and so he had to provide some sort of activity for them if they weren't doing homework. And approved activities included, on this day, making paper cars with little rods for wheels or something, and then putting a sail on them out of paper, and then using a fan to have car races on the floor across the choir room floor. He thought it was the dumbest thing in the world, but he didn't have any say in what he could and couldn't do. And he thought it was a waste of time. And it was a waste of time. And I had mentioned that when I went in there, it seemed apparent that the kids in there probably were having trouble with their grades. I worked with kids for decades, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids, and it's not that you can always tell who's smart or not by how they look, but you can kind of tell often within a broad brushstroke sense, knowing that they're not all going to be that way, which ones are probably going to be having more trouble keeping good grades, right? And I don't think I've ever been wrong grossly about that, but I don't pigeonhole or judge people based on that, because I loved having whatever kids came to the youth group. I was happy to have them, and I didn't care if they were grade A students or if they had problems at home or whatever. I was happy to have them, or if they had money or not. And but for some reason they took my comment of it seemed apparent that they were there and probably needing the class for their grades. They took that as me saying they were dumb based on what they looked like, which is not what I said and not what I was meaning. But suddenly they all ganged up on me because they thought I was saying they were dumb based on how they looked, and they didn't think that was fair. And I'm like, well, I didn't say they were dumb. I'm just saying I didn't think their grades were probably going to be very good, and that's probably why they were there and needed the class. And it got into this big long thing where they're all like ganging up on me about something I didn't actually say and didn't intend to say, just because they took it that way. And the larger conversation was that you can't use the word dumb, which I didn't use anymore, because it's harmful, it's mean, right? And we were also talking about you can't use the word retarded. You can't use the word. There's just lots of words you can't use anymore in American culture. They're all our words are being kind of censored, and I get it. I don't want to hurt people with whatever words I use, but it's just interesting that we just had a conversation. Somebody on Facebook, a teacher, middle school teacher, posted he doesn't understand the word please or why use it at all. Like, what's the point of it? And either you're asking someone to do something or you're not, and why do you have to say please? And he just didn't get it. His culture or something didn't make sense for him. And so we were trying to explain to him that please is recognizing that you're asking someone to go out of their way to help you do something, that they're not required to do it. And if you don't say please, it comes across more like a command, like you should do this or you need to do this. And he was equating the word please with a power struggle, that because if you have to give a kid a pencil, if a kid asks for a pencil and you don't give it to them unless they say please, then isn't that really just all about power, right? And we said, well, no, that's about teaching them good manners so that when they're interacting with people that don't owe them anything, they're more likely to get it and not be, presumptive and demanding of something that they don't really have control over. So it's just really interesting because he didn't see it. He couldn't understand it. To him, it was just a power thing. And some people are saying, well, it's important to teach your students manners so that they treat people kindly, and kindness is a good thing. But he didn't get it. It was really interesting.
Enemy forces at 75%. Looks like only half of the enemy remain.
You can come out again here, buddy, and I'll finish you off for you. Oh, I did finish you off. You're welcome. So then I was telling Jennifer today, it's like I feel like the English language is being in America is being truncated, edited, and I'm losing words that I can say under any circumstance for any reason, whether it's right or not. Well, she said, well, there's never a time you should be able to use the word retarded. And I said, well, in construction there is. You can use a fire retardant. You can retard the activity of something, right? So there's uses for that word.
It's just like, because it gets subverted.
Yeah.
So the original use of the word retarded, nothing wrong with it, right? Except that it was started to be used to bully people or demean people. So something that became,
and that was bad.
That's actually what you really mean by it. And so, so many of the English words that just get captured by some made-up meaning, some bullying meaning, and so then it becomes like, you can't say that it's bad. But retarded is a legitimate word to use.
And I think it's funny though. I find it ironic, and Jennifer did too. It's like people get all bent out of shape if you say retarded, but they're totally, because it's offensive, but they're totally fine to use the F word left and right that's offensive to me, and they don't care. That's important to be able to say. It's like, all right.
Well, dumb. I mean, Kaki's saying dumb. I mean, dumb means mute, right? But no. It
also
means, you're an idiot. So you can't say dumb.
Target destroyed.
Good work, guys. Well, actually, Jennifer used it about, Kakai, this is what brought off the whole conversation. In the other room, before that whole thing that I just described happened, Jennifer was in the kitchen with Claire, and she was having trouble getting our new dishwasher to work. And it's laid out, convoluted, and it's complicated, and it's dumb because you can't figure it out just naturally. And she was trying to get the dumb thing to work. It wasn't working. It's dumb. And she said, this dumb dishwasher. And Claire said, you shouldn't use that word anymore. And she was using it about a dishwasher, not about a person. But she kind of got in trouble because in this younger generation of our kids, it's now a taboo word to use at all.
That's just independence and censoring. Like they're growing up, they're getting their independence, and they're just they're being told they can't do stuff, so now they get to tell people they can't do stuff. That's just part of growing up.
I know, but it's just kind of funny.
But intention mattered too, right? Like I remember, it was always strange to me. I was on a bus, and two mates were not my mates, but you could see like they were mates. Two people were basically hitting each other, and yet if I went up there and sort of did the same kind of light hit, I'm sure one of them would have decked me, right? So it's just all about intention, context,
Sure, and relationship.
Yeah. But a lot of these words get used with bad intentions, so that's why they get kind of frowned on. But you're right. I mean, swear words don't get offended at you swearing, but get offended at using legitimate English words.
Right. Yeah, it's just kind of ironic.
But we're getting old, right? We're pointing
I know.
Out. We're just old funny daddies now.
I know, me especially.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be. In 2 months, I will be 62 stinking years old.
Well, how long do you think you're going to live for? Like, what's the average family male length?
80s, probably.
Well, I think another 20 years. What are you going to make that mean?
So my mom doesn't require that religion and logic line up, but basically she says if you're a good Christian, you live to 120 guaranteed.
What?
So I guess the conclusion I have to reach is...
What?
You're from a family of not good Christians.
That's probably accurate anyway. That's probably accurate. My dad, for not being a Christian, my dad was a very good Christian. He would be one of the goats in the Bible that, come Judgment Day, God says, come on in, and all the Christian sheep are standing around going, wait a minute, what about us? And he says, depart from me, I never knew you. I'll take these goats instead, thank you. And Jennifer's dad was like that too.
If living to 120 is a requirement to demonstrate adherence to Christian
where did she
teachings,
get that from? That's not even in the Bible. The only thing in the Bible about
well,
120 years is
something shall be 120
max. That's like the general max. Not
except people live to 130.
Yeah, it's a general max. It's not like a law. It's not like it has to be. It's like the age before that time was much more than that, and it kind of settled in around the maximum of about 120 years. And there are some.
When the Bible
some
was
over.
written, it was really around 120 years.
For some groups of people, probably depending on where they lived. Sure.
With no modern medicine or dentistry.
Because I think my take on that would be that. If you look at like genetic drift and the mutation rates in humans, our health seems to be not getting better overall, but degrading. And other species that we sequence their genome seems to be getting more and more degraded over time. And so,
what measurement are you using to define that?
Just if you go look at like genetic drift and
we're living longer, so what's a better measurement of health?
We're living longer because of our medicine and better diet, more food, not better necessarily.
Better diet?
more available food, not necessarily good for you food, right? So we're not starving to death as often, and we have a lot of food when we're younger and older, and we don't starve to death as often.
So what's a better measure of health than living?
Well, living seems to be a good measure of health, but we have modern medicine that helps keep us alive longer. We have good food, and we don't, so we have a lot of things going for us, but the mutation rates seem to be increasing. How do we get canceled? Am I supposed to be reading something? Space for Brios? Yeah, come on over. Invite sent. There you go. Recycle readies, please. Hang on. Here we go.
Sorry, I couldn't talk. I was on the phone to Dad. Yeah, Brios came in and wanted a spot, so I thought,
I got him.
And blah 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 blah. You should give an invite to the Discord and you can come in and.
I think he has it, but I'll give it to him just a moment.
Except for McFish, because he always plays brilliantly. What were you talking about anyway? What were you guys saying?
Hang on. Trying to find the...
Did we get on to suddenly Bible talk and medic? Where did this conversation
just briefly. His mother was saying that that she thinks that everybody, if you're a Christian, you get 120 years guaranteed. And I was just saying, well, that's not in the Bible. The Bible talks about a maximum of about 120 years. Is what's...
That's nonsense.
Is what the Bible says that age span went down to.
Hey.
Oh, I mean the 120 years. I mean, how many Christian has been around for how long?
Well,
it's not like the average age for them is 120.
No, I don't know where. Well, he was saying it doesn't matter. She doesn't really connect facts with her faith, is what he was saying. And I was just saying, I'm not even sure where she got that in the Bible because it's not in there.
I mean, what?
Well, if you take one verse out of context and read it with a very specific meaning, there you go.
Well, but it doesn't even have that meaning in that one verse. So someone has arbitrarily told her that that's what it is, and so she believes it probably.
Are you trying to inject facts into this discussion?
I take it back. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I was on Drax just a little bit ago about reality not being someplace that we should go here. You're right. I take it back. What was I thinking?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Is this isn't the sniper place. I got to go to this other place. This is the site I come in. I never know. It's always... So you told me where to go over here, and I didn't remember where it is now. It's over at... Was it E?
Through the hole.
Through the little hole?
Through the other hole.
And then up the other ramp.
The ramp.
Okay. I'm coming.
And then you want to end up on top of the wall in Delta 3 at some point.
Okay.
But it depends on what you see in the middle as you go there.
They're E4. They're doing the same.
Target spotted.
Well, last match was great. I got to shoot a lot of stuff. I actually fell down on accident into the basement, or I would have done...
Oh, Discord. If somebody just type in !DIS, and that'll pop up a Discord in chat.
Almost back.
This thing's slow. It's going to take me a long time to get there.
If you see the piranha, he's like almost.
Once I get up there, I can put it in there. Then Brios can come over.
Charlie in basement is open city, Incubus.
Yeah, the Delta 3 wall's not looking great because the enemy team apparently rushed the basement.
Okay. So where are you going then instead? Over here? Just where you can get an angle at the basement entrance on that side?
You can. I'm just gonna... This is a really good spot in general.
Target spotted.
Yeah, there you go. No, just leave him alone. You can just die there.
Good work on the piranha, isn't it?
I'm gonna let him suffer the whole game. I'm not even gonna take him out.
Oh, I need help with Delta 6.
That's a good idea.
Quick.
Echo Warhammer, up high, he's called...
Target spotted.
Basement has fallen back.
Oh, I just let him suffer more, man.
Need assistance. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Look at Delta 6, guys. Delta 6.
Front rear open. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Delta, I'm falling back to Delta 6. I can't trade against so many.
Roger.
Target spotted.
Just letting you know. Kilo right torso.
Target acquired. Artillery.
Yeah, they should be really split.
We have Juliet, Reaper Eagle coming in.
Target spotted.
Left torso.
Target spotted.
Thank you.
Basement has the rest.
Yeah, Delta. You wanna lead us? You wanna lead us, basement?
Target spotted.
Okay, never mind. He's coming to your right, Delta. I'll be with you, but I'm caught CT.
I'm with you. Coming through.
Yeah, they come out of the Delta 5 site.
There's a bunch of them there.
Target spotted.
Delta, I found a Kodiak.
Target spotted.
Get him, get him.
Target spotted.
Oh no, strike. War
Target
crimes.
acquired.
I don't think it counts.
I think I hit McFish's arm.
Ah! Every last shot was taken from me.
Sorry about the war crime. Nothing beats jumping down in right in front of a fresh Kodiak.
I wanted to leave that piranha leg, but somebody not killing him.
Kakai, I think it's totally fine to say that was a dumb idea. What my adult child was getting on my wife about was using the word dumb at all in describing something. So if they had said that was a dumb idea specific about an idea, they probably wouldn't have had a problem with that. It was that they were calling the dishwasher dumb, which reminded them of calling a person dumb, which is bad. I think that's where it came from.
Just call her retarded back, I suppose. No, I'm joking.
I know, right? You can't. Suddenly, then you don't have words that you can use.
Suddenly, you're going to be in the doghouse. Suddenly,
yeah.
Suddenly, the couch is going to be. Is going to be.
So, Brios, here's the Discord link.
I didn't use the dumb word, did I? I don't know. I don't know what to say these days.
Yeah, you did use a dumb word just a moment ago. Right then. I mean, this is a family-friendly channel. We don't use those words.
Well, you've been saying dumb and retarded and...
I haven't said retarded, other than to specify that's a word I can't say.
Yeah, and we were speaking about the same... Anyway.
Yeah. Now I'm going to give you a hard time, see? For saying a word that we're talking about. That's what's dumb, is you can't say words to talk about them even.
Ah, you see, you don't quite... You're forgetting something. I'm Australian.
Yeah.
We don't... we try not...
So Drax, when you get into the landing zone, I have to go up and give you permissions if I haven't done that already. And then you can come down. So let me go and do that if you're sitting there.
What are you doing?
Brios, I mean. Did I say Drax?
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
It's best not to listen to me. Sometimes I'm dumb.
Ah. Hey, Brios.
Is he down here?
Oh, it's Valen. Oh, it's Valen. No, it's Valen. Hey, Valen. He's very quiet. Hey, Brios.
No. Am I alive?
You are!
I think so.
It's alive!
Shut up, Brios.
You gotta turn off the... I gotta mute stream when we get in this channel.
Kakaya, yeah, I'm not ashamed to use the word correctly either, but evidently it's not allowed in some cases.
It's because it's all Drax's fault.
It always is.
It probably is Drax's fault when you stop and think about it.
Brios, don't come in here and get on the Valen bandwagon. Look, there's only so many enemies I can have in one channel. Jeez.
I will always defend you after I pick on you.
Enemies.
Oh,
Drax
I
was
wouldn't defend you.
shaming
I
people.
wouldn't mind killing you.
Yeah, well, you've done that plenty of times, so.
You were stat shaming people, Drax.
I feel attacked, Drax. I thought we were friends.
We are. We're frenemies.
Now you're calling me an enemy. I don't know.
We have great repertoire, and
He meant, to be fair, he meant sea anemone, not just an enemy.
Okay.
He was calling you a sea anemone.
I'm always getting picked on, chat. I'm always getting picked on, and Dark seems to only invite people who want to pick on me.
No, I invite
I remember someone picking on Dark for his method of doing giveaways yesterday.
Look, if you're ever going to use 2 words, retarded and dumb, that would be the most appropriate time to use it.
Dumb-tarded.
Dumb-tarded.
Oh, Brios, you're here. Can you please, for the love of God, teach Dark Marauder how to do a giveaway properly? It is just the most...
It's so easy.
Mine's
a chatbot.
Brios.
Mine's broken. It's broken. I don't know why.
I will pay you 10 million sea bells to not teach him anything, so Drax can continue to suffer.
I know, because that brings extra entertainment to the whole stream.
3 billion.
Brios, he literally just gets a piece of paper, writes down a number, and says to chat, all right, pick a number between 1 and 20 and write it in chat. And I'm like,
character.
It does build character, and it's exciting. Because you know it's not just
you
some...
can run the marbles game. Marbles is pretty fun.
Some bot really happened. Oh boy. Some computer, lifeless, heartless soul, soulless, a logarithm picked a number. Not a human that reached into his own mind and heart and picked the number he felt was best for this group and this chat at this time in this juncture of life. Wrote it on a piece of paper by hand. Pressed the carbon to the paper. The tooth ate it up. And it made a symbol that could be a reflection of the inner heart of the giver. And then I folded up to hide it. And then I release it slowly, one turn at a time, until ultimately the mystery is revealed. And the gift is let free to go into the mind and heart of those who need it most.
Taken over by some kind of
cult
leader.
He's monologuing.
Yeah, right before the superhero ends me, I'm monologuing.
That's right, he's a super villain.
Dark,
right, I'm actually the good guy in this story, Valen. I'm the good guy.
Oh, I don't think so. You're his sidekick, his lackey, his confidant.
Confidant.
I don't feel that way.
Because that's a...
Think how Tonto used to feel with the Lone Ranger.
It's a side effect of being...
Leslie's here too. Wow.
Okay. No, I'm not. Shh. I'm not talking. Nope, not here.
Not here.
It's a side effect of being the on-call therapist.
Yes, the channel therapist, psychoanalyst.
Brios, you need to start your own stream, dude.
And I think maybe we shouldn't call you a psychoanalyst. Maybe we should call you a cycle analyst, so you could like analyze the different cycles of conversations and where they go and where they've come from.
I feel like my brain, my IQ is dropped immeasurably.
Are you saying that? You saying that
the place that this stream goes is just it's in one place. Like we were having a religious discussion, and then that was right before it was a we can't use these words discussion. The other day it was something completely different. It's just all over the place.
It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma,
like diarrhea.
Framed by a conundrum.
We just have to kind of dumb it down a little bit for Drax because he can't keep up.
Yeah, I'm Australian. Yeah, that's right, I'm slow. One might even say I'm dumb.
Is it because... I would never say that because I'd get in trouble. But is it because... Do you feel like it's because you're below the line? Like the equator line?
I think what happens is that when you start talking with Americans for extended periods of time, your school system starts to rub off on everyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you just dumb down, basically.
Yeah. And then don't you, after a while, just have... You don't have D's and F's anymore. You just have... passing and maybe distinction.
Oh, no, we have F's. We love the F-bomb.
Oh, no, not F-bomb. I mean grades.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Drax, my question is, if our school system sucks so bad, but yours is so good, then how can you not fend off our idiocy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think after a while, you
It's
just
hard.
Down,
It's hard.
and the numbers are against me too.
It's a lot harder to make a bunch of good arguments than a bunch of terrible ones.
Yeah.
That's right. I think.
I feel like you're all retarded today.
Wow.
Except for Browse.
Well, basically,
I'm
if two
retarded
people
every
try to
day.
debate
No.
and one throws out 10,000 bad arguments, like the other guy's never going to have time to rebut all of them.
No.
Yeah, never. I never have enough time.
But we're not really debating. We're extolling.
But Drax is the one who throws out the bad arguments. That's why I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
He was stat shaming.
He was stat shaming. I did hear that. Saw that.
I don't feel like
he made a fellow Mechwarrior cry just because they didn't score any points.
I know.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but that was
scored points. It was damage he didn't do.
He didn't do well.
That
He
was
didn't.
the
He scored points, but the points don't count all of a sudden because it has to be the right kind of points. And that's one of the problems
with
with
3 up, and he went and started capping a 4th one. He's a Black Lanner. He should have been in the fight, and he did 0 damage in the fight. Like that's just.
I think that's one of the problems with how we measure IQ, don't you, Drax? Like sometimes it's like book smarts or testing ability, recall of minuscule facts that have no bearing on actual life most of the time, or maybe on social, emotional intelligence, or on physical intelligence, or on musical intelligence. And we don't really score those things because we're not looking for all the points. We just want the certain points we really want.
You're inventing IQs there. I think you're.
No, those are things that can be measured. We just don't measure them in regular IQ tests.
Yeah, maybe the player
Howard
was.
Gardner's multiple intelligences theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the player was injured and had to play one-handed.
So what you're saying is Drax is making fun of the disabled. How dare you?
Wow.
Why
How
not just come up
dare
with a
you.
simple explanation? He was playing, or they were playing badly. No. Let's invent stuff about their players,
Drax,
the reasons why they were playing badly.
Why didn't you just
wait,
give
hold on.
him a participation trophy and thank him and move on? Why did you have
Maybe he
to call
was
him out
teaching his 8-year-old
and,
daughter to play or something.
and embarrass
Yeah,
him in
Drax.
front of you embarrassed him in front of 24 other people?
You guys are literally inventing reasons to call me bad. Like,
I don't think you're bad.
I mean, you did a
You're
bad
angry
thing, but it
for
doesn't
math.
make you bad.
Yeah, I think you did a bad thing. But
terrible.
it's not. You're not a bad person.
all right, so me bullying a bad play is not good, but you guys bullying me for it is okay. I get it. No,
we're trying to
just
help you improve.
we're just trying to help you
Yeah.
climb back up out of the hole you dug. So I think a participation trophy.
I feel like the only ones with the shovel right now are you guys, and yes, I am being thrown into the hole that you've done for me.
No. I wouldn't dream of throwing you into the hole.
No.
Now, tricking you into it, absolutely 100%. And you've already fallen in the hole, so congratulations.
I think if you'd given them
You're now
a participation trophy and congratulated them on their efforts, that would have gone a long way to them feeling successful.
I mean, they made an accomplishment, right? He
Yeah,
was
they
the
may
last
never
one
play
alive.
again now.
Bro, how would you
Yes.
critique the conversation so far in this stream? Like, what would you say the main point of the conversation has been since you came in?
Mindless babbling.
Okay.
Perfect. We're right on track. Welcome
It's
to
like
Ghostlands.
everybody's right and you're wrong, Drax. Simple.
You're gonna fit in here just fine, Brios.
More
Cheers,
the
mate.
second than the first.
Yeah, the second seemed to sum it up well. I mean, and I think what's true also, it's not our fault that we're right. That's Drax's fault too.
Don't blame us, blame facts.
Drax is wrong because, well, Drax is wrong.
Yeah.
Kodiak coming in,
This is
Bravo,
some kind of
Gold
racism.
7.
I'm Australian and you're picking on me.
It's
That
okay,
would be
Australians are fake
nationalist.
anyway. There are no Australians. They're all fake actors.
True.
Australians are just British people that have leveled up their tech tree.
Online.
Their tech tree?
Sorry, their skill tree.
Ah, okay.
No, they've only maxed out survival because everything there wants to try and kill you.
We don't want to kill you.
Target spotted.
No, I mean then you'd have no one to pick on. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
No, we'd find somebody. Don't. I mean, they'd pick on me. People pick on me too. It's not just you.
You know, for a pastor, you're being very.
You're right. We should stop picking on Drax. Let's pick on me again. That's better.
Former pastor.
I'll lay down my life for you.
There you go. That's very Christian of you.
I can't, of course, force them to do that.
3 UAVs.
I can't force them to not pick on me or to pick on me.
He lasts about a minute or two in game, so I've got at least.
Oh, missiles by me. I'm right in the back.
Target spotted.
UAV up above the
Oh, they're all over there at Hotel 6.
Yeah, we're rotating.
Golf 6.
Golf, Yvonne Jaguar.
Target spotted. Oh,
that's Golf 6.
Strike.
Yeah, they were covering it up. I couldn't read the dumb thing. I had to do the alphabet in my head.
Golf left torso open.
Fantastic.
Target spotted.
What is this terrain?
Thanks. Victory is within our grasp.
We are gonna win because they're rotating out.
Yeah, Hellcat is silly. Zimbabwe build is being harassed by a Hellspawn.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike.
Kodak, CT Cord. Scorch. Golf 6, middle level, Alpha.
Target spotted.
I seem to get shot no matter where I go right now. Lately.
Target spotted.
Should probably go group up with the rest.
People have range.
Yeah, I should. Why. I thought I was with some guys, but it's not really helping me. I need to be with different guys.
Artillery strike.
Fish, I'm with you.
Target spotted.
Behind you to your right.
Brios has very calm voice comms. Brios does. Did I say fish?
Thank you.
Target destroyed.
I numb myself. Used to teaching. Stupidity is the norm in my career.
Oh, we can't say stupid on this channel.
Oh, okay. Lack of intelligence.
No, we can't say that. Anything that actually calls out the actual facts of a person's mental capacities, we can't talk about.
Oh, so you weren't actually talking about facts about me. You guys were just making stuff up.
We're just making stuff up. You clearly mentioned that, I think.
Target spotted.
More like he was in.
Fishy, I'm pulling back. I'm caught everywhere. Alpha's caught. Golf 7 guy. Golf 7.
Red.
Target spotted.
I spun them around a lot. I don't think you guys really pushed hard enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover Golf 7.
Mind you, we're 5-1, so we don't know.
I think Hellcat.
I want that Timberwolf over there.
4 seconds. You just need to kill that one red guy and we'll win.
Is that Timber down, Brios? Did you just kill him?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just push that one guy
for
out.
Alpha to die.
And we'll win.
Destroyed. Left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed.
That Evan Jag just took off my torso.
No, on the bottom of
I secured a kill.
G6, there's Kodiak and a Timber.
Wanted to kill that guy.
The roster, it's more or less won before the game started.
You think?
Yep.
I don't know who those people are.
Oh, you got Rick Rom, Taro.
Oh yeah, I should be able to use stupid because stupid is as stupid does. That's in the movie, right? If Tom Hanks can say it, we should be able to say it.
How did we get onto this topic? We were talking about movies. And
oh, I brought it up because I was talking about the little... It was like, see, Drax in my family, it was 4 against me. So that I know exactly how you feel. Sorry.
So do you feel like you now need to, like, pick on someone else to get that out of you? I see. Bullies make bullies. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I wasn't the bully. Or was I? No, I wasn't. Or was I?
No,
the bullier.
You were bullied. And so
I was bullied. Oh, they made me a bully. Now I'm bullying. But I'm not really bullying you. I was merely pointing out that you may...
I mean, I'd say something about Valen in this instance, but
you
probably
may...
Valen's name.
His responses about me are probably well deserved.
I was thinking you may want to choose a different life course than calling out bad players for their bad playing. You might want to build. You might want to be positive and build up their self-esteem and try to give them a purpose in life and reason for living.
I'll be like
They
Drex,
may have
throw them in a deep
maximized
end.
their lander
If he
build for
dies, he
capping.
dies.
Yeah, be the change you want to be.
All right. Let me see if I can transform this conversation.
Okay. Good luck with that. I mean, go ahead.
The something nice to say about that Black Lantern player.
Oh, wait. What was his name?
He survived, didn't he?
He survived.
Yes.
There you go. He survived.
Yes.
Yep.
Was his
Well done.
pilot name Big Zero? Was that his name? What was his name?
D-Man, I think. I think it was D-Man.
Okay. You don't think that stood for dumb, do you?
Well, maybe he's like a monk and he took a vow of 0 damage.
Oh. Yeah.
He's a conscientious objector.
So Drax is persecuting
he's a
somebody on their
pacifist playing an
particular
FPS
personal
game.
choice of-
Of course.
He probably took the most moral stand of any of us, and yet he was the target of your ire.
I don't feel that that particular performance contributed much in terms of damage, given it was 0, and at one point in the fight we really could have done with his DPS. But in saying that, look, I will take it back, everything I said, and just say that, look, he survived, or they survived.
If his DPS was 0, how would it have possibly have helped us during the match?
But you guys won, by the way.
Yeah, I think I was in an assault and I ended at like 90%.
I think you got a K damage in that one.
Sounds like Drax and a Dyer.
I actually
don't know how
tripped
this-
over a
it's
mech and
continually
hurt
turned
him.
on me, but it seems to be. So, whatever.
Yeah, just so popular, Drax.
You're popular. It's
I
jealousy.
feel like Drax
We-
has had some real personal growth today. I think we can all take some joy in that.
I feel like my job is done here.
Purgatory for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel he's only changing because of the pressure that's being related to him, but the change is not actually solid. It's not real to him.
You think it
just
might
quite yet.
remanifest itself later on?
I think it will. I think we should continue with this intervention to
I
correct
feel
his
like I'm in
behavior.
a cult right now, and there's some sort of double speak, brainwashing crap going on.
Yeah, in CDU.
No. If I was doing that, it'd be a whole different story.
You know, I think
Valen is spot on. I really don't mean what I'm saying. I just want this conversation to end.
isn't the first step to healing recognizing what you've done, though? I mean, I don't feel like we even got to that spot
I've
yet.
observed someone playing badly in a match, pointed it out, and the friends I'm playing with are belittling and constantly bullying me about it. Yes. What else is to say about that?
Fish
That
is
your
in
friends
chat.
are generously.
One of us. One of us.
That you know what you have to say about that, Drax?
What's that about?
That your friends that care about you are generously trying to correct the behavior that is socially unacceptable. Free of charge.
To make you a better person. We want to make you a
These are
better
the same
person.
group of people that was having a conversation about the words dumb and retarded.
Why do you have to keep bringing those words up? I thought we weren't going to use those anymore.
We were discussing
Well, I'm not going to.
the complex social utilization of said words.
That sounds nice. I like the way you said that.
It comes
say
from
anything anymore.
that comes from years in the military trying to make things that I do every day sound important and worthwhile.
Corporate world does that too, man. They give these.
That
silly
sounds like
titles
many
to
jobs.
people.
Yeah,
they give these silly
performance
titles.
reports. make wordsmiths of us all.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I like dropping with Drax, though.
What are some of the...
If I had to be honest.
That today. I'm questioning that today.
No, I do. I really do. I enjoy it immensely.
What are some of the most retarded dumb jobs you guys ever held in your lives?
Oh, man.
I think I can shift this conversation.
Yep.
I don't know that I can, because every job that I've had is led towards something else.
Yeah.
Like just worst
Everybody has
jobs
two
that you've
jobs.
like the least.
You might not have, Leslie. For you, it might not have happened. Was that Valen? You two confused sometimes. Which one's insulting me?
You can't say I was an office monkey anymore?
You're Leslie then.
Not me.
Oh, well, wait, I wasn't insulting you, and I'm leisurely, so please redact that statement.
That's what I said. I said you weren't insulting me. You must be Leslie.
McFish, it's no longer acceptable to say office monkey because that is viewed as a racial slur, somewhat akin to porch monkey.
But an office...
How about pocket monkey?
An office sounds like you have a job, and a porch sounds like you're just doing nothing. So I feel like it's an upgrade.
Well, it was the old kind of monkey where you ring the music and the monkey dances or whatever.
Organ grinder monkey, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
None of you ever had dumb and retarded jobs in your life?
I was a clerk for 2.5 years.
A what?
What, Browse?
Clerical work, clerk.
I thought he said he was a cop.
A clerk?
Well, I'm a cock every day.
I mean,
in the Singaporean Air Force, or
we serve compulsory military service for 2.5 years. 2 years now for these young kids. I was a clerk in Australian language.
Drax, it also depends on how one defines dumb or retarded as far as their past work history goes, too.
Well, whatever it means for you. I mean, you get to... It's
Well-
kind of an open question.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, babysitting you is kind of a dumb job, but I mean, we do it in Mechwarrior all the time.
You actually babysit me all the time.
I mean...
Drax. I don't know about babysitting Drax. I think we have to babysit
me.
Dark Marauder most of the time.
I think so.
It's both of them. You gotta do both
It's
of them.
both of them. I don't think... Drax usually tries to keep me alive.
Reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons.
It's like a pair of children. One will go off one way, and one will go off the other way, and you just gotta pick and choose and mitigate who's got the more.
And you know it's going to be trouble in either direction.
Hey, I'm not playing an assault mech. I'm not playing an assault mech, so...
I know, but if Dark isn't either, and you're both in heavies, I have to decide which one I'm gonna go after.
Licks are really weak, Charlie.
Are you in this match? No. This match.
I could be.
You want an ult?
Oh, we're rotating. Alright.
Yeah, we're rotating.
Yep. Focus on the annihilator. Left
Drax.
What do you mean? Not going up here.
Keep them off that ledge.
Strike online.
Oh,
They will come by
Delta
Delta 4. You're gonna do this. Let's just hold Charlie 4, please.
Gonna make himself up.
Hold the line, guys.
Target spotted.
I felt my name was called, so I had to come. I'm not in the match, so.
I felt a disturbance in the force.
There's a disturbance in the force.
We need help in Bravo 5.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Warning.
But yesterday, Drax called my name twice, and Dark took his heels together and I beat him.
Warning.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
You got left me.
Okay.
Warning. Incoming missile.
Target spotted.
Mostly because Drax was trying to gloat that he got the
Nino,
least amount of
Piranha.
damage in a match.
Left torso.
I'm just getting hammered here.
Large
Me.
Thank you.
laser destroyed.
The least amount of damage.
8 cells
Oh, another one,
destroyed.
Bravo 4.
Artillery
Getting-
strike online.
Getting or receiving?
Left click.
Get him.
Grab.
He was playing in Mechwarrior 5, so it was easy mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
You watching that? Were you watching that? I mean, we
Drax
look,
is
we
securing all the
profited.
kills.
They did.
We profited. No, I've only got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, profited though.
You were saying that you cost him a lot of
Charlie
money
4.
yesterday.
He did cost a lot of money yesterday.
I mean, that was my job, right?
That Warhammer was destroyed.
Target spotted.
Yeah, it was.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Getting overrun by lights
You're
here.
jumping on my head.
Oops, I just hit Drax in the
Where is here?
leg.
Where is here?
Left arm destroyed. 8 cells
They are all
center of the
around
map.
that down spaceship,
Right
like
arm
their whole team.
damaged. Right arm
Cicada,
destroyed.
Gold, Licks.
Warhammers
Artillery
don't
strike
exactly have the best
online.
armor for a heavy, though, either.
Right
So
torso
Echo's
critical
legs are about to go.
they lose their arms pretty easily.
Yeah, but Drax is an
Gosh, I
excellent
can't
pilot.
aim
He's
for
so-
some reason.
He's so good and
Everything's
wonderful.
missing.
He should be able to
Oh my-
come out
Going
and
after
match
their
in
King
Mechwarrior 5
Crab.
with all of his armor.
Python
Maybe my mouse is messed up.
A few of those
the
matches,
settings.
I got the least amount
Juliet
of
charging.
damage done to me. So I don't know. What
I thought you were going to say I got the least damage, like you were trying to get down to 0.
No, I don't think I've got least, but some of the matches were close anyway. Look, I thought we had some great matches yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
And it's not like I was the only one to die, but yeah, it could happen.
New target acquired.
Just the one to die the most horrible.
Thank you,
I think you were the only one.
There
you
was
killed
that one game. Remember, I was like the only thing left in me was
Fuel at 0%.
I think you nearly killed one of my pilots, one of my AI pilots.
Yeah.
Fuel at 25%.
I think it took them 60 days to recover. They were pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
I mean, some of those earlier games we had. I think you were there with us, Leslie, where like it was just us two facing, initially just you, and then just us, and then like because Dark and whoever else was playing with us was really quite delayed in coming across. So
Oh, that first match where my weapons were all messed up and I wouldn't figure out what was going on. We redid that because it was so bad.
Yeah,
I was so bad.
we just.
What's the code yet?
Great work, guys. Thanks for the drop.
Thank you, Deb.
Okay, I got one more drop in me. You guys can certainly keep dropping after I turn in, though. There's.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like the deck is lined up here.
Sure.
I could always pull Drac into Mechwarrior 5.
No.
Game, yeah.
As I said,
5.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get into my
trying.
Hellbringer.
Almost a K, Browse. Well done.
Thank you. Just farming big fat boys. No kills because Drex stole them.
Yeah, that's about right.
Damn commander.
Well, let me just see. KMDD's 1. Yeah, possibly.
Oh, I'll just stay in this. This is fine.
Yeah. So what's your KMDD is something completely different. How many do you have last hit kill on?
I don't think, does that register that? I never see that. I just see solo and KMDD.
I think
it's
kill is just whoever did it last
gets the kill.
Then you have kill most damage dealt. Then you have solo kill.
Solo kill.
Well, you can KMDD a friendly. You can also save a kill a friendly, apparently.
I've certainly been able to kill friendlies.
So does Frank. So does Frank.
The voice of experience speaks.
Yes. I would say that it was dumb when I did it, except it was glorious in how well I did it.
You said the D word.
I know, I was trying to make Drax feel better.
No.
I don't care.
I wouldn't bother.
So I was doing it out of kindness, really.
No, kindness, what's that?
Yeah.
Something Drex doesn't see.
Drax is normally kind. I think
my tears, I rarely see it. Yeah,
I think that's the problem, Drax, is you were so out of character to rip on that poor guy. Normally you are very kind and gracious.
Because I thought the play was particularly bad, which is why I pointed it out.
But there's so much bad gameplay, Drax. You'll be calling out everybody.
Well, I don't, because I'm a good-natured guy, but that was just...
That was just over the line. It was egregious.
That was just silly, like I don't...
Well, I don't think we can say silly anymore
maybe
either.
They're a pacifist.
I mean, plus we have to specify a baseline of like good types of actual play versus bad types of actual play objectively.
All right, objectively, I went by the numbers, and the numbers was that individual got a 0 damage score.
Is 0 technically even a number?
But here, okay, so let's do this. Let's do this, Drax. Let's do this. If you score 0 points in a commando, but you help tag every target on the other team for a missile boat, is that objectively bad?
What's my loadout?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. What's my loadout?
It's a narc.
That's all I've got?
Narc and tag.
Well, obviously I'm going to get a 0 score.
Okay.
That's fine. But that
does that mean that's bad play?
This is a Black Lantern with machine guns and light pulse.
So it sounds like you're saying that it's fine when you do it, but it's not fine when he does it.
He's built a mech for DPS. It's machine gun, small pulse, Black Lantern. He's built, and the Black Lantern's job is to be the tank for the lights and DPS. That's its job.
That's your
this
problem. You
individual-
make assumptions. Assumptions.
Like, this particular play, he didn't play a cap. He wasn't built in a mech to just be a cap game. He was in a mech that does DPS, and all that individual did was nothing, and then capped the 4th cap, and then got a 0 score. And
Yeah, but you're not
to
putting
me-
yourself in his shoes. He just sees MASC means vroom.
Maybe-
I go vroom.
Maybe he was trying to get a scholarship, and so his performance needed to be
We're
low
back
for him
this
to qualify.
Inventing reasons for bad play.
We're just trying to
you
put
guys have played the game,
ourselves
have
in
had it.
his mech
I'm
feet.
going by what Valen and Leslie was talking about, which is by the numbers, and the numbers was he's in a DPS mech doing no damage.
I did not say anything about numbers. I was saying, is it considered a bad play if he's being a good support and doing a specific task or a specific job that he knows he can get done?
Right from the start.
Ergo,
We were
by being a
3 cap.
spotter, by
We
being a
were
spotter for
double
LRM
no,
votes,
we-
or
we
by
were-
helping cap.
None of that was happening.
Lance
We were
were down.
already 3 cap. We were already 3 cap.
Howdy,
And he
everybody.
decided his only thing that he did in that match I could see was get a 4th cap. And that was it.
Because the only thing better than a 3 cap is a 4 cap.
I wish I'd been able to get 4 caps in
Not
that
when
game.
we're 7-8 and we need DPS.
Nah, it totally works.
But
still.
Mass go vroom. Vroom.
What if his dying child wanted him to do 0 damage in every mech?
Like it was his last wish.
I mean, here we go again, inventing reasons. Okay, guys, I mean, you invent your reasons, it's fine. It's whatever.
Maybe I was playing and the little daughter next to him goes, Daddy, you're shooting people. You told me not to shoot people after I killed mommy. Kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's just trying to be a
that
good
went to
parent.
Really dark place. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get there
Matter, stop
first.
moving.
I feel like we need to talk about that specific instance.
Oh, that is.
that was a little specific for an
He
example.
could have been the child of a matricide.
Artillery strike online.
Mommy's not moving anymore.
I mean, I'm just going with
What's the red
the
stuff,
reasons it was bad play. You guys want to invent, like, demonic possession and stuff.
Where are we going? I'm just fucking aimlessly here.
Who said anything
Oh no,
about
I'm gonna fall
demonic-
down. Yeah, never mind.
I think Drax is projecting, he's talking about demonic possession really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Contact Echo 5.
I think being sensitive to other
Contact
people's
two.
situations is always good.
I think so too. I agree with McFish.
Contact
Absolutely.
Epsilon.
But there's being sensitive to some situation, and then there's making up the fantasies of what that situation is.
I think creativity's great
And you
too.
guys seem to be quite keen on making up the fantasies, right?
Creativity
I
is
think
a
But we don't
a
really
good
know
thing.
the truth. It could be any of these things.
Yeah,
I-
or several of them.
I know what I saw, and I know what the numbers reflect, and that's what I'm basing my thing on. I'm not inventing fantasies and reasons. I'm just going, well,
I'm
0
changing
damage
the
in a mech, in a black lana, and he went off to cap a 4th cap when we didn't need it, and we were 7-8. And
You know, it's very
we didn't use
possible
DPS.
also that his family was being held hostage, and that if he had gotten points, they would have killed his family, and he was doing it to save human lives.
Delta makes you take it.
I think the answer is much easier to understand, is that Drax just lacks empathy and sympathy for other people.
Can we push Delta 5?
Well, pilots.
So they're
I
gonna
say
come back
that sounds about
They're in the
right
low ground.
because
Watch out.
scientists
Delta five
are all
low
about
Medium.
data, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all about
And-
data.
has-
Impartiality.
One shot already. Down low.
So he just went off of
The data.
right?
Yeah, according to the data,
Which
it's
can be
exactly fine.
Can be
because you don't know
flawed.
the circumstances.
But didn't you know, Drax, in this day and age, facts don't matter.
No,
It's all about feelings.
I don't think I even have a fax anymore.
I've just got a headache from this conversation.
Dark Marauder, go to the corner.
Finally.
Artillery strike online.
All right. Well, look, I've got at least one person
We
on my
need to
side,
press
so I'm going
Delta
to go with
5,
that.
Echo 5.
Come on,
Are
guys.
they
Thank
really
you.
on your side, though?
There's
Well, I mean,
Really?
I'm voting
Oh,
them,
no.
so
Sit
I'm going to go with that.
Walk in front of me, people. Not you, but the
We're
rest.
putting pressure from the low ground.
Oh yeah, just called it out. Yep. Where is the Ebon Jaguar?
Fight at Echo 5, guys. Target low ground. Call targets at India. Atlas left torso.
Got one?
India's one shot. Atlas, Echo 5. 3-2.
Artillery strike online.
Bravo, Evon Jaguars 1 shot. Around the corner.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
UAV on the
Focus
center,
Echo
watch
6,
out.
please.
Left armor destroyed.
UAV above Beta. Thank
New
you.
target acquired. Left torso critical damage. Artillery strike online. Heat level
Delta
critical.
line is a lot, guys.
Heat level critical.
All these people are walking in front. I'm gonna reverse a bit.
Did you guys get the guy that went up here on the into the F6 area?
I'm gonna pressure Delta 6.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Like that date you did.
Contacts Fox 6,
Target spotted.
There he
right
is.
side.
7-2, well done.
Nice.
Target spotted. Kappa has fallen. Target spotted.
Target
I did not do much shooting.
Target destroyed.
Thank you.
Torso destroyed. Large pulse laser destroyed.
There was a map cat over here, Fox 6.
Destroyed.
Ooh, target.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
There it is.
We have data.
Left leg critical damage.
Ah, Delta White.
This was a fun
Target
match.
spotted.
Everybody's killing all my targets.
Now you know how Drax feels.
Wait, I thought
If
Drax
the
was
focus
taking
in chat.
everybody's target.
Just those last shots, you know, you don't always get them.
He's not anymore. He's not moving.
Drax isn't
Drax,
moving?
what's a good Ice Ferret build?
I just do small poles. I wasn't really fond of them, but for the comp I had to get in it for Polar. So I started playing it a lot more and just used the small pulse build, and it's great DPS, man. Like, it's just constant.
How many small pulses? 5?
I think it's 6, and it doesn't overheat. It doesn't overheat, man.
This mech seems to want to dance.
Yeah, I've been struggling with Ice Ferret builds. Can't find a good one.
Well, the small pulse is. I've really been enjoying it. We did some 1-on-1s versus Firestarter and Arctic Cheetah, and I beat them all in it. Because it's just constant DPS, the thing doesn't overheat. It doesn't have the same DPS, because I think it's down 1 or 2 small pulse, but it's just constant.
Great work,
That's
guys.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Good team. Good aggression.
I'm
I have
shooting
to
number
try
4. That was funny on that match last night in Mechwarrior 5 where I got stuck in the corner. That's typical of my gameplay anyway.
Oh my gosh, I was playing that one time in one of the tanks that you have to kill to complete the objective. It spawned underneath one of the buildings that you can't destroy.
And it just stayed in there.
So I couldn't kill it. I had to restart the mission. After all that.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the tanks like drive over a small ledge and get flipped over. So they're sitting on their tops when I roll around the corner. Or they fall through the map.
We still don't know how Dark got himself in the corner. He walked over a piece of terrain and just got stuck in the corner. No idea how.
No,
Like
there was that generator thing laying on the ground or something. I got 3 kills. Woohoo!
What?
When I was
3 kills.
When I was living out in the sticks, that's what we call a 1-footer. It's a hole where you walk over it and you fall into it. It's just big enough for your foot and about half your leg.
That's the that's the build there.
Thanks, Drax.
And I don't even know if you really need that many heat sinks, but it's just like at some point when you just put the weapons on, it's like, well, what else can I do with it?
Yeah, that's true.
add 1 medium laser.
Ice ferrets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
All right. I have to go to bed. So everybody who's been dropping with me and hanging out here in chat in comms, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoy being with you guys, especially you, Drax, actually, contrary to popular, musings, especially you. Everybody in Twitch chat. What's that?
Contrary to recent events.
Yes.
This is how he makes up for all the...
No, you're one of my favorite people to drop with or converse with. I enjoy I enjoy our times immensely, so thank you for putting up with us. And everybody in chat, thanks so much for hanging out. Until next time, this has been Ghostlands, your favorite place to lose the most important moments of your life.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. You guys should stay and drop. I gave you command of the group, Drax, so you're going to have to pass it on.
I'm done.
Okay. So maybe get these other guys in.
It's done already? See, I was trying to get you to come into my Mechwarrior game.
Are you actually playing